time to get schooled on how to pronounce certain English words. And Willis the Word Master now joins me from Kisumu County. Willis, great to see you. Good evening.
Great to see you, Betty. Good evening to you too. How is Nairobi?
We are doing great. Let's get straight to it. Now, of late, we have been talking about people in the military. However, there's a rank that has very many people confused. Let me just spell it out for you. Colonel. Got it?
Oh, you're talking about colonel or colonel. Most people find themselves saying colonel, but the word is pronounced as colonel. Betty, we are talking about received pronunciation in this case.
All right. Also, in the last couple of weeks, we have been seeing stories about, the arms, the kind of muscle that was showcased by, our security officers. What is the opposite? What is another word for arms? You know what I'm talking about? WEAPON.
That word, in most cases, there are people who find themselves saying weapon, but we don't say that because letter A is silent. So the best pronunciation for that word is weapon. Just like we say wealth, not wield. We also say jealous, not jealous. Similarly, we say peasant, but people find themselves saying peasant, a peasant farmer. No, we say peasant. So the word is weapon. Weapon.
Great. Now, last week on social media, there were quite a number of people who wanted to know the correct pronunciation of a certain GSU company. You know what I'm talking about. How do you pronounce that word?
That word is recce. And Betty, this is the British informal way of pronouncing or saying the word reconnaissance. We say recce in British informal, wording or word. But when we talk of the American way, we say recon. So recce is not rec and it's not recce. You say recce.
Many students used to pronounce, to know the meaning of certain words and also to know the pronunciation of certain words. I know you know what I'm talking about. How do you pronounce that word?
We say dictionary. But there is no mistake when somebody says dictionary. When somebody cannot produce what we call the consonant cluster, there is no problem when somebody says nari instead of nri. So we can say also stationary or stationary, ordinary or ordinary. We can also say missionary or missionary. Just like the word important. If you cannot pronounce the terminal part of that word, then you just say important.
Important or important. That's a tough cookie. Now, there are institutions that are created, to help the courts kind of like administer justice. Do we say tribunal or tribunal?
In that word, we have a diphthong. A diphthong is a dual vowel glide. So we say I, tribunal, not tree. Tribunal, tribal, triceps, tripod, not tripod. We say tripod. And we also have tripartite, not tripartite. No. So tribunal is the best pronunciation for that word, Betty.
Does that also relate to the word alumni or alumni?
Alumni, not alumni. But remember that there are certain words which we call loan words, Betty. Like, now this word is not pure English. So you may find somebody saying alumni, no problem. But when we come to the English pronunciation, we say alumni, the plural of alumnus.
Interesting. Now, there's a word that is used by many people who practice law. When someone has been unfairly treated or, some certain kind of unfair feeling towards a group or a person. Is it prejudice or prejudice?
We say prejudice. It's common to hear prejudice, hospice, novice, apprentice, but we don't have that eyes at the terminal part of those words. We say prejudice, hospice, novice, and apprentice, Betty.
Let's go to the military again. This rank, is it lieutenant or lieutenant?
You say lieutenant, lieutenant. Betty, there are words which are called look and say words. You don't follow the spellings very strictly or very closely. So you look at them and you say what has been acquired from the native speakers of the language. So we say lieutenant, but there are people who say lieutenant. Lieutenant, that is the American way of pronouncing that word, which some people can choose to use. And that is their liking and not anybody's offense.
Well, thank you very much, Willis, for the great insights.
Thank you, Betty, and I think we'll be again on air next week.
All right.
Good weekend, and bye-bye.
That was Willis the Word Master giving us those great insights into how to pronounce those tough English words correctly. Mind Your Language comes to you every Friday on KTN Friday Briefing.